Hello and welcome to Future Fit Leadership. I'm your host, Sadna Smiles, and welcome to our Spotlight series where I speak with bold, curious, and forward-thinking leaders about the world of leadership we're stepping into. These conversations are here to challenge, inspire, and remind you that the future of leadership is being shaped right now by leaders like you. Because let's be honest, we are the generation of leaders writing the new rules. Please enjoy my conversations in this Spotlight series. Joining us today is Nik Robinson, who is the founder of Good Citizens. They turn single-use plastic bottles into sunglass frames that are 100% recycled and made in Australia. Nik, welcome to our Spotlight series. How are you today?
I'm good. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. I'm looking forward to the answers you have to our questions in this series. I'll start with the first one. If you had to describe a future fit leader in just 3 words, the kind of leader we'll need most in the years ahead, what would they be and why?
3 words.
3 words.
Got to be concise. I would say curious, courageous, and collaborative.
Okay. And why those 3?
I think that people are afraid to ask questions and admit they don't know things. And I think it's good to understand the lay of the land and understand everything that you're involved in. And so to do that without coming across as an arrogant so-and-so and criticizing someone, you have to be curious. You have to have a young mind. And I work with my kids and they're very curious and they ask questions that us adults sometimes don't ask, right? So I think that's really important. Courageous because you have to make decisions that might be uncomfortable. And I know that's the role of a leader traditionally, but I think to be able to admit, show some vulnerability, I think we have to do things differently. And I think people are getting behind people that do things differently. And to do something differently and break from the norm, you have to be courageous, right? I think that's a key thing. And I also think collaborative because you can't have all the answers as a leader. Right? I think you have to actually go hang about who's around me, might not be in the organization internally, but who's around me and who can I work with and who can I listen to? Right? And how can we grow this together? That would be my rationale for those three C's.
What's one future shift coming in the next few years that you think most leaders are underestimating or not prepared for?
I think a lot of leaders are top-down thinkers, right? I think that that's traditionally where it's kind of been. And I have a business that I work with my 2 young children, 14 and 12. And so I have to kind of listen to them and I have to listen to their ideas. And so I think as a leader, I think we have to listen to everybody around us, which is kind of what I said in the last answer. But I think you have to listen to people in your organization, out of your organization, and you have to be let go of the control a little bit. And I think show vulnerability.
What do you wish more leaders were paying closer attention to?
I mean, look, it's an interesting one for me because I'm in a purpose-led business, but I've been very open and said we want to be purpose and profit, right? We need to make good money and we need to make good purpose. The two should go hand in hand. And I think you can lose the soul of an organization and the rallying cry of the people if you're just about the money. I think you have to be able to feel good about what you're doing. I think you have to be commercially smart, but I think you also have to really integrate purpose into something. And I think that there's some really great examples of businesses that are doing financially well and doing great with purpose. So I think that purpose and profit working together are 2 things. And I think that's what I would see I would get excited about as a leader. How can you bring that purpose in? And it doesn't have to be saving the world.
No.
It just has to be something that's really applicable to the people that you're serving, your customer, your community, right? Its purpose is not all about hugging trees.
Yeah. And the thing is, you're working with your young kids, and I think a lot of leaders now are having to manage a younger generation in the workplace who are all about purpose and they want an organization to have purpose and understand what it is and then contribute to it.
Yeah. And there, again, back to the previous 2 questions, they're the generation that are going to bring fresh thinking. Right? Because there's a lot of leaders that are making things very complicated. And so it's like almost protecting their patch at the top, whereas I think the collaboration and making things open and making you accessible actually will make for better organizations.
Mm. What are the possibilities or shifts you see in the future of leadership or work that genuinely excites you, and why?
I think one thing that does excite me, and I'm a bit confused by it, is obviously AI, and it gets a bit of a bad rap. But I think the right people in the right job with the right information used correctly, right? And I remember many years ago, I used to have an ad agency, and I remember taking a brief for a bunch of accountants, and they were like, "We're really sorry, we're really boring people." And I was like, "No, you're not really boring people. You're amazing people. You're just kind of misunderstood, but you're like, you keep the economy going." And so he came up with this amazing idea that freed up all the people that work for them. So everybody was in the right job. And it was the most amazing campaign because actually it was like a job swap on one day. Everyone was just in the right seat at the right time. So I think AI is interesting because it's empowering people to have the right information. But I think that the human element, I think we're going to hit a tipping point where AI will give you the data, but you still need the human element, right? Yeah. If you're an expert in your field as a leader and you go into AI and you ask it questions, you will find holes in its response. So you definitely still need the human element and the leadership element. That's you just cannot rely on it alone. It is learning. We're all learning. But I do hope that we can kind of work and live together and don't discount it.
And AI doesn't have empathy or emotions, and that's where the human comes in, really, in all of this, doesn't it? So
Mind you, I've had some bosses and they've got no empathy or emotions.
I think we've all had those. What do you wish more leaders were paying closer attention to?
The people around them, right? And I've had some great leaders where the thing that's distinguished, that set them apart, is that they've been engaged in the community. They lead this idea. If they're a founder and they've created the organization, people follow them. They follow them into battle. And as they grow and get bigger, they kind of lose that connection. And there's a point I think they reach. It could be in a number of people. They could go from 5 to 10 to 17 to 300 to 500 to 1,000, and it loses that kind of soul. So I think as a leader, you've got to be connected to your people because the people are following you, and great leaders can lead businesses all around the world. But I think that human connection is the thing.
And the last one, if you could embed one leadership quality into every current or future CEO, something you believe will be essential in the next decade, what would it be and why?
I harp on a lot about the word vulnerability because back to AI is going to do all the data stuff, but you just said, where's the emotion, right? So I hope that every leader and every business, it starts with the leader, shows vulnerability. Because when you show vulnerability, you find connection with fellow people. And if you show vulnerability as a business, you're going to find connection with the people that use your product or service. So I would hope and wish that everybody is more vulnerable because that just fosters a great relationship. And you feel normal. You love that person and you will love that brand.
Nik, always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for sharing your insights on the future of leadership on our Spotlight series.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you're enjoying our conversation. A quick word from our sponsor. Have you ever wondered how to attract, develop, and augment diverse leadership capability in your organization? Well, Future Leadership has a range of leadership solutions, including executive search, interim executives, leadership development programs, coaching, and workforce transformation specialist. They are an Australian-owned B Corp and one of very few globally accredited and connected talent solution firms. They are very proud of their 22-year history, bringing more diverse leadership to Australian decision-making tables. See the link in our show notes to get in touch with them. If you like what you've heard, please share, rate, and review this podcast. And don't forget to share it with anyone who might benefit from hearing it. The producer of Future Fit Leadership is Maritza Barone from Guide Your Light Network. If you would like to reach out to me, please DM me on any of my social media platforms. I'm available for speaking at conferences or consulting to your business. Future Fit is created in partnership with Future Leadership, a capability ecosystem for boards and executives. If you'd like to join the community and receive a free takeaway each week, sign up to the Future Exchange app in my show notes. Thank you for having me in your space.